Before starting a review on the GoRuck GR2, I think it's worth talking about what this bag is and what it isn't. What it is an extremely durable, well-built, and organized personal item-sized travel backpack. However, what it isn't is lightweight or inexpensive. Some of you are interested in finding the best travel backpack regardless of price, and for you, this may be a great option. However, if you're very weight or price sensitive, then this may not be your first choice. If you watch my channel, you know I like to review packs over a wide range of styles, sizes, and prices. I recently got back from a personal item only trip to Costa Rica, and I wanted to share my experience with the GR2 and let you decide if this is the right bag for you. As far as size goes, the GR2 comes in several options. This is the smallest 26 liter. I wanted this one because I needed a personal item for my upcoming trip. The listed dimensions of about 18 inches long by 12.5 wide by 7.5 tall are pretty much spot on, meaning this is going to fit in most personal item sizers. However, we were flying Avianca, which has a moderately restrictive policy, and my bag is a little bit over in the length and the width. I tested it when I got to the airport, fully packed. It fit easily into the Avianca sizer box, actually with plenty of room to spare. I also tested it in several other sizer boxes. It fit in the American Airlines easily. The only one that it actually didn't quite fit in was JetBlue. However, they have a much smaller restriction than Avianca or American. And then just to show you, this is an 18 by 14 by 8 sizer box, common personal item in a lot of US airlines. And the GoRuck GR2 fits easily in there. Now looking at the capacity, again, I have the smallest GR2 here. This is listed as 26 liter capacity on the GoRuck website. I like to test these bags out, so I'll fill it with packing peanuts and transfer it into my marked container. All right, that's the bag fully packed. It's a little bit hard to get this thing accurate because there's all these separate pockets, the front compartment and the back compartment. Both have their own volume, but if you overstuff one, it kind of pushes into the other one a little bit, but I think I got it pretty close. All right, for reference, I just did the main compartment first so you could see the different volumes in the different compartments. This one's a little bit under 20 liters. That's the rest of the bag. It's a little bit higher than the 26 mark, so maybe 27. I might have had a little bit overpacked, but pretty close to the listed capacity. Now looking at the materials and quality on the GR2, obviously this is going to be top notch if you've heard of this brand before. If anything, GoRuck gets criticized for overbuilding their bags. The GR2 comes in several sizes, fabric options. For the 26 liter, they have the lightest weight Dyneema fabric, 2.8 pounds, ripstop nylon, 3.1. Heaviest waxed canvas is 4.5. And the one that I have here is the 1000 denier Cordura, which weighs in at 3.9 pounds. This isn't the lightest fabric, but it's the most durable. And before moving on, I wanted to show you some construction points on this bag to demonstrate how well it's built so that it's virtually indestructible. For example, zooming in here on some of the stitching, every point of failure is reinforced. They have this thick bar tack stitching all over the handle. Same thing up here with the shoulder strap, lots of extra stitching, nylon webbing running the entire length of the shoulder strap, connecting it to the bag up here, very well enforced. This is going to be much stronger than just relying on the fabric of the bag, which is what a lot of backpacks do. Also back here, I just pulled this Velcro panel out. This is a hard plastic frame sheet to give the bag a lot of structure. Down here in the bottom of the back, there's these two diagonal stays, help give the bag support and structure. And then the bottom of the pack is this big kind of double reinforced panel down here, which also helps the GR2 a little bit to stand up on its own. And as you can imagine, the rest of the hardware in the GR2 is just as high quality. Gigantic number 10 zippers on the exterior pockets, big beefy zipper pulls, smaller number 8s on the interior pockets, and then these sturdy nylon adjusters. One thing worth noting about this Cordura fabric especially, this bag starts out very stiff, the fabric is stiff, and the zippers can be a little bit difficult to slide around the bag. However, this gets significantly better. For me, after just a couple of weeks of traveling with it, the zippers are much smoother, the nylon is starting to soften, so just give this bag a little bit of time to break in. Now let's look at the external components on the GR2. The beauty in this design, I think, is just the simplicity. There's only a few pockets out here, and then some MOLLE webbing for customizable gear storage. And even though there's really only one exterior pocket, this bag has an interesting design, has a giant admin panel, and actually a ton of small gear organization, which mostly takes place in this front compartment. The only exterior pocket in the GR2, if you don't count the laptop compartment, is this classic front angled slash pocket that GoRuck is known for. This pocket is relatively thin, it goes down to the bottom of the bag. It has a little bit of volume, not really a whole lot though. great place for small, thin gear organization. And the GR2 doesn't actually have a top slash pocket like a lot of bags do. There is, however, this Velcro panel here. It's got a little hole going to the inside, so you can stick out the straw from a water bladder. Other thing you'll notice is there's no external water bottle pockets on this bag. There is, however, these strands of MOLLE compatible webbing, so you can stick on your own water bottle holder. For example, this is one made by Sea Tactical, a company that makes similar bags to GoRuck, little MOLLE straps here in the back. And just to show you what that looks like, attached here in the side of the bag, this isn't my favorite style, but it works. GoRuck also makes one water bottle pocket. They also have a ton of pouches. The whole point of these straps is they're customizable, so you can attach pouches, pockets, water bottles, a lot of places in the outside or the inside of the pack. The last external feature to show you is the laptop compartment. And like pretty much everything GoRuck makes, it's simple, well-built, and functional. This is gonna be a top and side zipper just from here to here. So this panel isn't gonna open all the way. Basically means you're gonna have to slide your laptop in here from the top, which also makes it a little harder to show you what's in here. There's no further dividers or pockets, but it's very well protected. Remember that large panel here on the back, extra protection, also the back padding, thick piece of padding between the compartment and the main bag. And then down here, you have a decent false bottom to protect your laptop when you set the bag down. So again, pretty simple compartment, nothing fancy. This is my 15.5-inch Dell. Pretty much fits in there without any wiggle room. I don't think you could really fit a much bigger laptop in there. And also, this design works great if you're not using a laptop because you just have a basic sleeve back here. You can put anything else you want, books, magazines, tablet, anything like that. Now coming around to the back padding, the carry system, again, going with the GoRuck theme here, simple, durable, and functional. There's nothing fancy going on back here. However, these straps are very wide, thick, well padded with extremely secure connection points. One downside I'd say is out of the box, this thing doesn't have a lot of adjustability. There's no hip belt, there's no top load adjusters, and there's no sternum strap. However, remember, all this MOLLE webbing makes this bag really customizable. GoRuck sells an attachment sternum strap here, so you can buy that as well as a hip belt here that's going to attach to these MOLLE webbing points on the side. For this 26-liter size, I don't think you really need the hip belt unless you put a ton of weight in here. I would definitely consider getting the sternum strap. I think that's a good addition, and hip belt on any of the larger sizes. The back padding is one of the simplest setups you can get, just basic, flat, firm foam padding. It's not too thin, but it's also not incredibly thick. Has a little bit of stitching down here, but really not a lot in the way of air ventilation. And if you've seen some of the older GR2 reviews, they used to have a much rougher fabric back here. It's been upgraded since to this smoother nylon. That's not gonna tear up your clothes. As far as carry comfort goes, I carry this thing all over Costa Rica where it's very hot and humid. I never had any issues with the carry comfort. It's just a simple flat back panel, but I never found it uncomfortable. However, your back is probably gonna get pretty sweaty. I also wanted to test out the rucking capabilities on the GR2. This bag isn't specifically designed for that. However, with weights, it works fine as a ruck pack. To test it, I got this set of ruck plates. This is actually two 10-pound plates. It's a very versatile system. You can use these individually, or you can strap them together like I did and get a larger 20-pound weight. There's a sleeve on the back here. Those slide in there nicely. Shift around a little bit, but not too bad. You can also just put them in the laptop compartment. Again, I've taken this on several hikes, fully loaded with the weights and the gear. I wouldn't say it's the most comfortable pack I've ever worn, but I think you get exactly what you expect from this bag, which is a simple, durable backpack with large, thick shoulder straps. It's gonna be comfortable enough to carry around all day with as much weight as you wanna put in here. Now it's time to look at the interior design on the GR2. Despite the fact that the exterior of the bag is fairly simple, the interior actually has a ton of organization. The basic structure on this bag is two compartments, a large one in the back. Remember that was like 20 liters for clothes and bulky gear, separate compartment on the front, with a ton of pockets for small gear organization. This front panel here is kind of designed like the admin pocket on an everyday carry or a school backpack, but with just a lot more storage. The zipper is going to come down most of the way, not all the way to the bottom, meaning this thing is going to open pretty much fully, but not quite lay completely flat. The way that I see the organization on this bag is you kind of have these two zones of storage. You have these two pockets on the bottom that are side access that are going to be accessible for main gear storage, and these two pockets on the top that are going to be easily accessed from the outside of the bag. The one on the lid side, smaller, thin, zippered pocket, top facing zipper. The other side of the bag is this gigantic pocket. It's basically like a built-in cube pouch here. You can see how much it sticks out from the top of the bag with a large, easy access zipper. And like I said earlier, these basically act as exterior access pockets. This is by unzipping this front panel a little bit of the way, you just have easy access to both these pockets. However, this second zone down here, these are much larger mesh pockets. These have a side access zipper, so you really can't get to them unless you fully open this pocket. These have a little bit of their own volume and fit quite a bit of gear in here, but they are a little bit thinner. Now looking in the main compartment, remember this part of the bag, large pocket, completely separate volume from the front panel. These zippers are gonna open up all the way down to the bottom. And you can see there's kind of a little hinge here on this bottom hard panel separating these two compartments. It's gonna let you completely fold the bag down and lay it down flat. So there's a whole nother separate world of storage in here. Again, you have these pockets here. This is really similar to the pocket. It's just on the other side of the bag in that front compartment, side access, zip mesh. This is similar to the other front pocket, except this one is mesh as well. Main compartment, remember about 20 liters or so. This has that same MOLLE webbing on the back if you want to attach extra pouch for more organization. There's this stretchy sleeve here. You can pretty much use this for whatever you want. Water bladder, run the hose out here through the top under the shoulder strap. You could use this for your laptop storage if you wanted, magazine, book, pretty much anything you want to put in there. Or like remember those ruck plates, those also work. As far as packing goes, I used one of the smaller Eagle Creek compression cubes, give myself a little bit of extra room for gear. This thing fits pretty nicely in the bottom of the pack. Plenty of room up top. This is the Tortuga packable day pack, toiletry kit. Stick a water bottle in here if you don't want to use the outside. These two pockets, kind of like mini mesh packing cubes. You can kind of pack this bag any way you want. I have a pair of sandals in this cube and then a little travel towel up here. You have a ton of options for this front admin panel. These top pockets here, you're gonna wanna put bulkier gear in this pouch, easy access to like chargers, charge cords, stuff like that. Same thing up here, easy access, thinner gear. Packed out nice here. I just weighed it, it's about 6.1 kilograms or 15.5 pounds. So to wrap up this review, I think the GR2 is a bag that you get exactly what you expect out of it. It's a simple, tough brick of a backpack. It's extremely well made, has great organization, fits easily as a personal item, and will likely last you an entire lifetime of travel. This bag is versatile and customizable with a lot of MOLLE webbing, pouch options. It also comes in a lot of fabric options, lightweight Dyneema. This is the 1000 denier Cordura. This is definitely on the high end for weight as far as a bag of this size goes. The biggest con is probably the carry system. The shoulder straps are huge, thick, they work great. The back is flat though, it's a little bit stiff. Worked fine for me on long travel days and weighted hikes. However, it's Spartan and nowhere near the comfort you're gonna get in brands that do comfort very well. For example, Tortuga or Osprey. That's all I have for the review on the GoRuck GR2 26-liter 1000 denier Cordura version. Let me know in the comments below if you have any questions, and again, thanks for watching.